Sahaj Vidhi www.sahajvidhi.in. Question 1. What is statelessness? A stateless person is often subjected to a number of human rights violations. What are the impediments that people face due to statelessness? Elaborate the human rights issues that are connected to statelessness. Model answer. Statelessness refers to the condition of an individual who is not considered as a national by any state under the operation of its law. In essence, a stateless person lacks a nationality, meaning there is no legal bond between them and any country. This absence of nationality leaves individuals without the protection and rights typically afforded by a state, rendering them extremely vulnerable and often marginalized. The impediments faced by people due to statelessness are profound and pervasive, affecting nearly every aspect of their lives. Without a nationality, individuals often lack official documentation such as birth certificates, national identity cards, or passports. This fundamental lack of legal identity creates a cascade of practical difficulties. 1. Freedom of movement. Stateless individuals often cannot travel internationally and may even face restrictions on movement within a country, are vulnerable to arbitrary detention and deportation, as no state officially claims them. 2. Access to basic services. Frequently encounter significant barriers to accessing essential services. This includes difficulty enrolling in public education, receiving adequate health care, and obtaining legal employment. Without legal work permits, many are forced into informal labor, making them susceptible to exploitation and poverty. 3. Social protection. Stateless persons are typically excluded from social security systems, welfare benefits, and other forms of state assistance, leaving them without a safety net in times of need. For legal and political participation, are often denied the right to vote, run for office, or participate in the political life of the country where reside. Access to justice is also severely limited, may struggle to report crimes, seek legal redress, or receive a fair trial. 5. Family life. Registering marriages, births of children, or even deaths can be incredibly challenging, perpetuating of statelessness across generations. These impediments directly translate into severe human rights violations, as statelessness undermines a wide array of internationally recognized human rights. 1. Right to a nationality. Article 15, Universal Declaration of Human Rights UDHR. This is the most fundamental right denied to stateless individuals. The UDHR explicitly states that everyone has the right to a nationality and that no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of their nationality. 2. Right to legal recognition. Article 6, UDHR. Without a nationality, individuals are they cycle, often not recognized as persons before the law, making it difficult to exercise any other rights. 3. Right to freedom of movement. Article 13, UDHR. As mentioned, restrictions on travel and the risk of arbitrary detention directly violate this right. For right to education. Article 26, UDHR. Barriers to accessing schools and universities deny stateless children and adults their right to education. 5. Right to work and just conditions of work. Article 23, UDHR. The inability to obtain legal employment and the prevalence of exploitation in informal sectors violate the right to work and fair labor conditions. 6. Right to an adequate standard of living, including health. Article 25, UDHR. Limited access to health care, housing, and social security directly impacts their right to an adequate standard of living. 7. Protection from discrimination. Article 2, UDHR. Stateless individuals often face discrimination, xenophobia, and marginalization due to their lack of legal status. 8. Right to marry and found a family. Article 16, UDHR. Bureaucratic hurdles in registering marriages and births impede the right to marry and establish a family. 9. Child rights. Stateless children are particularly vulnerable, often denied birth registration, education, health care, and protection, violating multiple provisions of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. In conclusion, statelessness is a profound human rights crisis that strips individuals of their dignity and fundamental rights. It creates a vulnerability, marginalization, and often intergenerational poverty, highlighting the urgent need for states to prevent and resolve statelessness and protect the rights of stateless persons. Please visit our website www.sahajvidhi.in for more content cycle.